Hi everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'll be sharing with you a review of Art and Fly colored pencils, markers, and gel pens. So the company Art and Fly very generously sent me some of their art supplies to try out, and so I'll be reviewing them and sharing with you what I think about their products. I'll be reviewing 3 of their products, and for each product I made a mini list of pros and cons, and so I'll jump right into that. So I'll start off with their markers. I decided to use the markers as a base for the honeycomb in this drawing. Usually I don't really do an underlayer with markers, but I figured that since they sent me some, I'll try them out, and I was actually very pleasantly surprised. They reminded me a lot of Copic markers. They were blendable, they layered very nicely, they were very vibrant. They are also refillable, and I'm also pretty sure that the nib is replaceable too. So I think that they're a pretty good dupe for Copics, and they're only $16 for 6 compared to Copic markers, which are $50 for 6. The only con I have with these markers is that the little plastic bit at the end of the marker, which is supposed to help you identify which color it is, it wasn't too accurate on some of the markers, but honestly it wasn't a really big deal. All I had to do was just take out a piece of swatch paper and swatch the marker before I used it. Overall, would definitely recommend the markers to any artist, beginner or advanced. So next thing to review are the pencils, and I'll jump right into the pros. So definitely a pro for me is that they blended very nicely. As you can see here in my video, they definitely layered very well, and I was able to create a realistic texture, which is very important to me, especially because I draw realism, so the pencils have to be able to blend and layer nicely, and I felt like these ones did. Another pro is that most of the colors were super vibrant and they had a really nice bright color to them. The only color that I had a problem with was the white. It wasn't super vibrant, so for this drawing I used a Caran d'Ache Luminance instead. Another pro I have listed here is that they sharpened really nicely. I was able to get them to a really fine point, and I was able to get a good amount of detail with them. And finally, my last pro for these pencils is that they're inexpensive and they're affordable for any artist. They're only $20 for 48 colors. Now for the cons. So first of all, the leads were off center in some of the pencils. It wasn't a too big of an issue because all I had to do was switch from an electric sharpener to a handheld sharpener, and that basically sharpened them a lot better. But yeah, it's just something to keep in mind because it was kind of frustrating at the beginning when I was trying to sharpen my pencil and all that would come out was wood. Another con I have listed here is that they didn't have a huge variety of color. They only have 48 colors available right now, but I'm sure in the future they'll be expanding their color range. But I was originally planning to draw a portrait, and I found that there just wasn't enough different shades to actually be able to draw a portrait. So I had to instead find something that would be better for the colors that was in the set. And lastly, my final con is that the pencils didn't have any color names on them, and their numbering system was kind of all over the place. So every time I had to grab a pencil and the ends looked a bit similar, I had to swatch it out to make sure I was actually grabbing the right pencil. Usually, if I'm using colored pencils and two colors look kind of the same on the outside of the pencil, I'll just read the color, but there wasn't any color to read, so I had to actually swatch the pencil. It wasn't too big a deal either, but I mean, if I'm constantly swatching my pencils, it can lead up to wasting a lot of pencil. Overall, I would recommend these pencils to beginner artists and even intermediate artists because I find that they have a good value for the price that you're paying. And the last product I'm going to review is their white gel pen. This product was super impressive. I swatched it out on top of some marker and some colored pencils and compared it to the other white gel pens that I've used in the past. And this one was the brightest by far out of all four. So I'll definitely be using this gel pen in future works. And I also recommend it to any other artist who uses white gel pen on their art. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. I hope this video has been helpful to any artists out there looking for new supplies to try out and new brands to try out. Also, I've been trying to put more time into YouTube, so I'm trying to get at least 2 videos out per month now, and I'm going to try to stick to a schedule of posting every other Friday. Thank you for watching, and see you in 2 weeks.